Hey, welcome to more random thoughts in random places. I do hope you're doing very well this lovely weekend. Today's topic is homelessness, and I've been discussing this with an old friend and colleague of mine of how much torment and depression and humiliation and just all right mental health emaciation, because it's got to be one of the hardest things, working your frigging backside off and having absolutely nothing to show for it. And also the idea of how we're filtering people out now because you're either surviving or you're not. You know, the privileged are moving up and the unprivileged are going further down. I think we are in that transition and have been for a very long time. And society's closing down, literally. And if you haven't made it, it's over. And I think this is where we're now determining that. It's very, very, very sad to see the amount of people that will express to me how they are fed up with paying extortionate rent prices because affordable housing keeps getting said it will be built but never does get built. And all you have is the more privileged people just sitting there with their hands behind their back, just watching that hard-earned money from other people roll in for them, paying off their mortgages and paying off their lifestyle. I think everybody has just about had enough. It's about time that rent was affordable. I think if you're lucky enough to be privileged, you don't need to be putting it up to nearly 1,000 or 700 for a small one bedroom, which just does not justify it at all. I think it's a position where these people are able to just take the piss because they can, because they are so sure that the fear of being homeless will put people in these dire straight positions. Well, let me tell you now, people are fed up because that's costing them more of ill health than worrying about being homeless. There are alternate ways. And I think people are beginning to think about that, because at the end of the day, die trying, stuff that. Stuff that, because you're not going to get anywhere. That's the whole idea. You're not going to get anywhere and you're going to be on your last legs, and in peril, and also mental health up the roof because you're not able to put it together why this is happening. I think, again, what we need is for people to be compassionate, and for people who are in privileged positions, stop milking those who aren't, because you don't need to make the rent that high. You never did. You're just capitalizing on people's fear. And I think it's one of the most disgusting, inhumane things that you can possibly do to another human being. We are in very perilous times, and it really is, do or die. So it is something that needs to be discussed more, because governments aren't going to build no housing, because society as we know it is about to be over. So if you're not sorted and already financially made, it's going to be difficult. And I think the one thing that we have left is we're going to have to care about each other. None of this fighting, none of this scarcity crap. We have to be there for one another. The only antidote out of this is to unite, to have compassion, and to start the ball rolling from there. And on that note, my darlings, I hope you do have a safe and wonderful weekend. And as always, Jah love.